too funny. It actually works. Shine this right in our faces. My gloves are so wet. Thomas appears.
No one's here. 3 people are here.
Oh, Chris Robinson, welcome. So, for some reason, I have a signal, and we're waiting for New Year's, like, which is in 5 hours. So, we're bored in a tent, and it's snowing outside, so we can't really go outside. So,
It's cold.
yeah. Anyway, welcome Sanwar, Chris Robinson, Dennis, Yo, Ice Flip.
Are you doing a live stream right now?
Yeah. Andrew and Brian are in the other tent, and Andrew goes, "Are you doing a live stream right now?"
Yes, we are. What is that?
Oh, excellent. We got Alexander. He can help moderate. Welcome, brother. Happy New Year.
James Blackburn. I bet it's a
Happy
little
New
warmer
Year.
in Albuquerque over there.
Oh, dude, you know what? Actually, we should try to show them the snow later. I'll just poke the phone outside of the...
All these people. Where is
AAF?
after
This
dark?
is AA. It's dark in here, son. Oh, man. So, we're... But I will say,
It's cold.
it's very cold, and specifically because of where we are. It's very cold.
Mm-hmm.
And it was raining most of the day.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's, I don't know, did you check? I don't know what the temperature is. I will say that it's snowing right now, so it's definitely below freezing. Earlier today, it was 35 degrees Fahrenheit, and I think it might still be that, but for some reason the snow is still, it was still able to snow instead of rain. We are not in Canada, but we are close, and everybody guessed it correctly yesterday anyway, so you guys know where we are. I know where we are.
Nice. You guys wanted snow. You got it.
Yeah, it's supposed to snow until like 5 a.m. and then tomorrow there's supposed to be no precipitation whatsoever. So with any luck, there will be a nice layer of snow on the ground in the morning for tomorrow's hike. It'll be primo Brezets. And but yeah, what are you guys doing to celebrate New Year? Obviously, you got a phone notification and you're like, hey, I'm going to jump into the stream.
Are you keeping warm over there? In your respective houses?
I should hope so.
This is our respective house.
I wonder, dude, what if somebody else camping right now have signal and they are watching us stream from a camp?
That first century living, I guess.
I guess so.
What channel are you doing
On the vlog.
Well, CJ Smith is playing Tomb Raider.
If you guys want to come over, you can get in on this. We probably have enough room.
Sarah says it's 68 degrees in New Orleans.
Eating prawn dumplings for breakfast. Where do you live, Lanning Mong? Like, not Cinnamon. It's like Pokemon. Singapore or something?
Going to dinner with friends at a restaurant and going to a house party to ring
Very
in the
nice.
New Year.
All right. Dude, when was the last time I had Thai food? I don't know why I'd ask you to answer.
Can't help you. I'm testing out my new PS4, Robbie. Clear your Wednesday evenings from here on out in 2019.
I've got PlayStation Plus until the end of January, so we can play online until the end of January, and then I'm done. So, clear and cold in Seattle. Very nice. Oh, I'm gonna have to charge up pretty soon here. It's cold. This battery's cold. So, Thomas is wearing his balaclava. Is it balaclava or balaclava?
It's baklava.
Thomas is continuing with his bad jokes.
I am a fan of no one tonight.
Oh man.
Hey, Jen's sitting on the dock waiting for the sun to set. Ooh.
Malaysia. Oh, okay. Nice, nice. You know, hold on. Okay. I gotta let that out smoothly. Sorry. We're all living on the same planet. And somehow, well, I mean, I guess did you realize that human beings have only ever lived on Earth
Been to.
besides the space station?
We've been to the moon. Yeah.
So So they say.
Damn it. The baklava joke landed perfectly over here.
Yeah, he likes your type of.
See,
dumb
Alexander,
jokes.
thank you. I'm at home with my ladies, spending a quiet night alone, just the two. Albuquerque is the Wild West, so there's...
Guns and fireworks.
Ah, very
Yeah.
cool. Thank you.
Hello, Christopher Williams. Hello, Unknown Outdoors.
Thomas will now for me.
You know, that Greek restaurant I always go to whenever I
Greek
go to
Express.
Brian Andrews.
Greek Express.
Their baklava is delicioso.us. I don't get it every time, though. In fact, I usually just get a gyro. And you know why I say gyro? Is because when I was in New York, everybody called them gyros. They didn't call them euros. And I lived in like the Astoria town, so you'd think people would know how to say euro or euros, but they still said gyro. It was weird.
You want to get a gyro?
I see you, Alex.
You
Go
got a
enjoy
gyroscope?
stuffing your face. Yeah, honestly, because I
Robbie's
was like
bored.
bored out of my mind. It's like we've been in the tent since like 3 o'clock, so not much to do unless we want to go out and
Dance
into
in the snow.
snow.
Speaking of which, you want to show them the snow?
Yeah, let's see if we can make that happen.
I got a little more of my flashlight.
Yeah, where's it at?
Here's my flashlight.
Oh, it's officially New Year in the UK. It's 12:08. 6 hours ahead of us.
Oh, what happened to my...
Or is that 5 hours? I'm not sure. That's probably 5.
I don't know where my headlamp went.
A baklava is not healthy. Who told you that outright lie? Baklava is sugar and pastry. Okay, here we go. All right, I don't know if you guys could actually see that or not, but it is definitely snowing.
Wait, if you point it at my channel, say hi.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. I think it's pointed at you. I can't tell.
Hello. How's it going? How bad is it? Oh, it's not that bad right now.
It feels really bad.
Oh, it feels bad?
Just sticking my hands out.
Alright, I'm going back in.
All right. Okay, here we go. Woo, okay. My God. Okay. Put this back up. Sorry guys, 1 second. Streaming from a tent. There's Thomas now. Okay, here we go. Okay.
Let me know if I'm missing anything important.
Okay, I'll keep you filled in.
Yeah.
Drinking.
I like
Happy
to
New
drink,
Year from San Fran. Thank you, Drumco.
I like to drink pacifist.
Hello, Antonetta or Antonietta from Portugal. Hello, Jeremy Cox. Yeah. So for dinner today,
What was the plan?
do we have a plan for dinner? I don't think we have a plan for dinner specifically, but we are going to eat some New Year's foods. You guys know that I'm all about that sauerkraut. Sauerkraut is specifically a New Year food, so I brought some of that. In fact, I got it right here.
Gross. Gross.
Dude, it's great. What are you talking about?
That's gross. So gross.
And then Andrew brought some. Andrew, those black-eyed peas that you bought.
Well, it was supposed to be, but I couldn't find any, so it's just like southern white beans.
Okay, I was gonna say, I was like, you didn't buy the like kind that were hard because those take like 24 hours to soak or something. And then we also brought a bunch of ramen that people sent to us.
Long life, long noodles.
We had Thomas's butter snap pretzels.
My famous butter snap
His famous butter snap pretzels.
Would you like to partake in my butter snap pretzels?
Have you guys ever had, what are they talking about here? They're talking about pink gin? What was it?
Violet gin?
Yeah, violet gin. Have you had violet gin before?
No, I never heard of it.
James Blackburn just gave us a new name. Said awesome archives. Wait, Dilly's working. Dilly, man. Hats off to you for working on New Year's Eve. That's tough, dude. In fact, I think I worked, no, was that Christmas or New Year's? I worked at an Italian restaurant there for the rest of the 2 weeks. So I worked there for 2.5 weeks. And one of the days was either New Year's Eve or Christmas Eve. And it sucked working on that day. Especially because like people come in, they're all happy and they're like all relaxed, and then you have to like focus. And there was one table that just stayed there so far past closing, and it was my table, and it was the only table in the restaurant. Yeah, it really sucked.
Dude, you know what we should do?
What's that?
We could live stream before midnight on our main channel.
Oh, that's a good idea. If you guys couldn't hear that, Andrew said that we should live stream on our main channel right before midnight. That sounds super fun, actually. Ass Blastic says that he's watching driving home from work. Actually, I'll tell you guys this, since this is not on the internet and won't be archived for the rest of the time, but I will often put Deep Space Nine on in the car. I know that's kind of dangerous, but
Maybe if you watch it.
I'm not watching it that hard. It's only like a glance every now and then. It's no more a glance than I do at my navigation when the GPS is up. So, okay, anyway. Happy New Year, Yeti. Oh, that makes sense. Okay, so Sarah Piranio worked at the Audubon Zoo for 5 years. I'm just listening and replying at stoplights. Yeah, sure you are. We all know that you're texting and driving. It's okay though. Just don't play Brain Age while driving. I thought about it one time, and playing Brain Age while driving would be the most dangerous way to drive possible. Like doing like those speed math problems while trying to drive at the same time. Jacob Oldtree, Happy New Year's. We are, should I just tell them the state we're in at least?
Dude, I think Andrew's the only one who cares about that.
Okay. Well then, you talk to them for a second. I gotta get a battery.
Alright, hold on. I'm gonna put back my airphone. I'll just say battery. One, you're gonna be looking at my big old face right here. I am a wise man. We'll give you 3 hints with regards to where we are right now. We have filmed in the state very recently. Half our equipment is somewhere at the bottom of a river in this state. And the state begins with an M and ends in Michigan. But it's a big state, and kudos to you if you could find out where we are.
You can actually put the location on the stream, but I didn't do that.
That's probably for the best. So, Jacob Oldtree, how are you today?
Also, this trail is short enough that if you knew where we were and you were close by enough, you could probably walk out here.
Yeah. You could probably find us right now on the trail. It has to it. Yes, that's true. I think you guys figured it out. You're all too smart for me. Sandmore says, guys, I think they're in Michigan. It took me a while to crack the code. So, oh, okay, I'm done.
Oh, I'm just plugging it in. Plug it in, plug it in.
No signal.
Oh, there it goes. Yeah, it's plugged in. Okay. Okay, hold on. Which, somewhere in Michigan. Yeah. Oh, that's nice. Hopefully I'm not. What am I? Am I on your cheeses?
Maybe.
Do you have any new camping equipment to share? You just got some stuff, right?
I just got a bunch of cold clothes, so I could actually go camping now.
So you got some waterproof pants, which actually none of us have.
Yeah, I
how
didn't
did
know
those
none
work
of you
out?
had waterproof pants. I think it's like an absolute must if you're gonna go winter camping when there's the possibility of snow and rain.
So they've been working out really well?
I think
Nice
so.
and waterproof?
I like them.
I feel like some things are more waterproof than other things.
Yeah, we're experiencing that with Brian's waterproof quotation.
His like rain jacket isn't
Yeah.
that waterproof.
But mine is, and they're the same one. It's interesting.
And those gaiters that you have, those are not new.
Those are not new. I've had these gaiters since I was in Los Angeles when I was doing some light mountaineering, because you need some when you're
What are
around.
they for anyway?
They're there to stop snow from getting in your shoes and up there. So if you like fall through a layer of
Okay,
snow
that actually
and,
makes sense now.
it doesn't get into your socks and everything.
Buy waterproofing spray. Does that stuff actually work? And do you have to just like reapply it every now and then or something? There was I don't know how many years ago now, maybe like 5 years ago, somebody showed me one of those waterproof sprays, and or was it a waterproof spray or is it like
So
it was something sprayed on a tissue that when you dipped it into water, nothing got onto the tissue. So I'm assuming it was one of those. Jacob says he wasn't impressed. I'm assuming he's talking waterproof spray.
or just our channel in general.
Good old Tom messing with self-deprecation. Oops. Okay. Oh, my back. Serena, welcome. No, it's not raining at the moment. It's actually snowing. But it was raining most of the day today. Oh, perfect. Okay, so Technoman is watching us from a snow cave in northern Idaho.
There you go.
Earlier on the stream, I was like, I wonder if anybody else is out camping watching us while we stream from inside a tent. Huron Manistee.
Never heard of it.
It's close. It's not that far away, I think. And maybe I just need to like reseal all of my stuff every now and then, including my boots. Anyway. So we've still got many hours. Yeah, it's 7:20. Actually, that's getting closer. Andrew, you bring the champagne?
Oh, we'll find out. No, I did.
Okay. You gotta keep it chilled. I should chill you guys.
I don't think we'll have any problem keeping it chilled.
Okay.
It doesn't freeze, does it?
No.
We were definitely not able to get a fire tonight. It's extremely wet and everything's covered in snow. We did find a abandoned like 6-person tent that was just strewn about, filled with all sorts of crap like beer can, lighter fluid, random clothing. Anyways, why don't we do like an AMA? An AMA, except for we don't answer everything. So ask me anything and we'll answer what we choose to answer. How's that sound?
Anything. Anything?
Yeah, you can ask whatever you want, but we still reserve the right to not answer it.
Anything.
Well, my battery's like, the battery went from 9% to 21%, and I think that was a glitch because it's so cold right now. Okay. Why didn't you guys take the lighter fluid? That's a great question.
I told Andrew we should.
Oh, well, okay, that makes sense. Andrew would never go for that. Like, we're either having a fire done the right way
Or no fire.
or no fire.
It's... We die or we... At least we die honorably.
Andrew,
Huh?
you ever heard of a Gerber folding knife?
Folding knife?
Yeah, a Gerber folding knife.
Yeah.
Sarah Piranio just bought 2 of them.
I've heard good things.
Andrew said he has heard good things about them. Which episode of AA is your overall favorite? We get this question all the time, and I don't remember if we've answered it recently.
It's split for me between Mount Whitney and the Deep South episode.
Oh.
Or the road trip in general, I'd say.
Still Japan for me. Definitely Japan. It just, like, got such a nice arc. We got to take Thomas back so that he can experience that. Nature Nerd, it's still a secret where we are, but we are in Michigan. We have confirmed that. And it's not rain that you're hearing snow. It was rain earlier, though. Oh. We got started at maybe 11 a.m., around there. It was really light rain when we first started, then it became like just straight up rain, and then we stopped at about 3 o'clock when the rain was the heaviest. Fell asleep for a little while, turned into snow, and now we're just waiting until midnight. Craziest encounter with people on the trail.
I've been pretty fortunate where I haven't run into too many weirdos.
I haven't ran into any weirdos. Have I even had any, like, interesting encounters? The most interesting thing I could think of is that we went to Pictured Rocks and talked to two really nice guys. But one of them, he called himself, like, the polar bear, and, like, he just kept walking. It was freezing cold. And he was swimming in Lake Michigan. It was just like, we were watching him from afar, and we're like, this dude is out of his mind. Do the sleeping bags zip together? I think you might be able to do that manually with any sleeping bag, but I've never even tried that before.
That's for later.
Gas heaters is against the code, I think, the Carney code. Tim Lawson, welcome. Happy New Year. Brian and Andrew are in the other tent. There's no hammock going on. I think Thomas is wearing tan pants. Are you wearing tan pants?
I'm not, no,
Okay.
not today. This is too cold for tan pants.
He bought some waterproof pants, which I'm kind of envious of. Those look really nice. I'm wearing my typical blue pants.
Mm-hmm.
Andrew is wearing his jeans.
These are some pretty,
I didn't see what.
these are some pretty mild Ask Me Anything questions.
Yeah.
We want the real stuff. We want you to ask us.
Oh, interesting. So Sarah and her husband have sleeping bags that zip together,
Oh.
but it's a nightmare trying to sleep in them. Which,
Oh.
you know, I can see that.
You should get some.
It is snow. It's not rain. I wonder how well...
It's the haters outside. The tent is blocking them.
I bet you wish you had some pawpaws right now.
Slow down.
Good. Thomas has these, like, dried pineapples.
That's sweet.
Sugar added. They're pretty disgusting. Do you sleep less whenever you are out hiking or camping?
It depends. Sometimes I sleep more. Sometimes I sleep less.
That's true. Yeah, because sometimes it's really easy to sleep in for hours and hours. Like when we were in Big Sur, trapped in the tent,
Hours.
we slept most of that time.
Yeah.
It was really weird. So this tent right now is my blue tent that I used to use. That's a 2-person tent, much more spacious. And I left my green Nemo 1-person tent at home, well, in my car, which is a really good choice because this one is much sturdier, has a footprint, won't get wet easily.
The footprint's such a big difference too.
Does yours have a footprint?
No.
This tent I bought in 2007 with my cousin-in-law, and he was more experienced with backpacking and camping than I was. And he was telling me about what to look for. He picked out the best tent possible. We went to a camping store that's not even open anymore, and he actually helped me pick this out. He was like, yeah, you gotta have a footprint because it helps with moisture, and this is a good brand. They'll last forever if you take care of it. And this tent I've literally had for 11 years, and it still feels like the day I got it. So Sierra Designs Electron tent, if you can find that, and it's been taken care of, it's a good tent. Does Big Sur have anything to do with Big Sur Moon? I have no idea.
Clue. How long did it take to climb Angel's Landing? That place is beautiful. Angel's Landing probably was what? We filmed it too, so that's tough. I'd say it'd take just the regular athletic person maybe 4 hours. I think.
Up and down.
Up and down, yeah.
Yeah, I should look at the timestamps for the video and we'll figure it out, but I don't remember off the top of my head. I do know by the time we came down, it was getting dark. So.
It also depends on what time of year you go and how crowded it is. If you go in during the summertime, that's going to be the most crowded. We went early April, and that was not crowded at all.
Yeah, we went like at the perfect time because there weren't that many people.
It was like a weekday and everything.
Yeah, people were telling us that it can get super crowded up there.
I could see how dangerous that would be.
God, dude, that would be terrible. Yeah, it's like such a conundrum to have outdoor locations. Like, you want people to attend them, but the more people that attend them, the worse the natural fun of it becomes, you know?
Sure.
So.
Sure.
So, Red Dead 2, how would you rate the story overall?
10 out of 10.
Did you play the first game?
Yeah, I'd say this is way better than the first game, and I like the first game a lot.
So, would you have rated... Would you say it's the best video game story you've ever experienced?
I'm trying to think if there's another one that compares. Personally, I think it's better than Last of Us.
That was a good story.
I think it's probably the best. Yeah, but I'm also a sucker for westerns and the whole genre, and you know, I'll admit I'm biased on this.
Well, I mean that's preference. It's not really a bias, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Spring in Zion. I'm trying to think of what my favorite video game story ever is.
And as much as I love Zelda, they don't have any really good stories.
Yeah, that's more like a world building. You know, you feel like you're there.
Sure.
But like for a specific narrative, it's not as good. Oh man, you know, maybe Zero Escape 999. That might be the best video game story.
I don't know that one.
That's a visual novel. It's a little different. Okay, so this is a good question. Do you think that you're getting more skilled at backpacking in wet weather? Does it get more enjoyable with experience? I tend to be a fair weather camper. I definitely think we're getting more accustomed to it and getting better at... I think one of the big things for me is that before I didn't take it seriously enough getting wet. Because once you get wet, it's extremely difficult to get unwet. So I've taken more precaution in that, and that's helped.
There's certainly things that you can do better your second time around.
Yeah, and I'm just thinking like, a lot of it depends on how hard the rain is. Like today it was raining all day, but it wasn't raining that hard, so it didn't make nearly as much of a difference. But like when we were in Big Sur, it was raining so hard that you just couldn't help but get wet.
The other thing is, this is different. It's hard to see. It's cold. It's really cold, and so you prepare certain things better.
How is the merch coming along? we have done nothing since the last time we talked about it, but that'll definitely happen
this year.
soon. Like, very soon. We're gonna make that happen. It is 7:32 p.m. here, so we're getting close. Oh, Johan, welcome. We are already at 1:30 a.m. here in Germany. Hope you had a good New Year's celebration. A good celebration of some champagne. Do you eat more protein or carbohydrates when out hiking, camping? Recently, probably like more fat than anything else because I eat a lot of nuts. And then I've been bringing sandwiches, so maybe a nice balance of carbohydrates and protein. But in the past, I would say definitely protein, because we ate sardines and stuff all the time. WoW has the best story, in my opinion. You know, I could imagine that, especially as long as that game's been running. Really good story. Staying warm in the tent. Yeah, it's actually pretty warm in here. It's freezing outside, though. Like, my hand holding the phone is getting quite cold. Chocolate, yeah, we should.
Sounds good. I got coffee.
Maybe we should just boil up some water, just to have something warm to drink.
Maybe.
Actually, I think we're definitely going to do that after this stream here. Hello, Nancy, and hello, Alexandra. Welcome. Oh, I just realized Nancy asked the question earlier. When we were on the Mount Kumatori in Japan, we had rice balls, and I feel like just carbs, it's not very satisfying. Like, you want to eat them every 5 minutes, and you're never feeling like completely satisfied. But I kind of feel that way about a lot of food, anyway. That's specifically the solo trips.
Pretzels sometimes bring like nutrition bars and stuff. Pretzels, nutrition bars, sometimes gummies.
I also feel like you don't need that much food anyway.
Nah, yeah. It's for me. I like bringing pretzels because they're salty and it forces me to drink when I'm forgetting to drink, so it keeps me extra.
Oh, that's a good point. I'm surprised we don't bring books for such a point. I think just the extra weight. And you know, I actually have books on my phone. I don't like reading on my phone, so I rarely.
I prefer streaming on my phone.
I didn't expect to be able to stream. Celebratory New Year's meals tomorrow. Not really. We didn't post-psych meal at this place called Mancino's. It's a place that we used to go. Cousins lived in Midland, Michigan. We would go up there and visit them. Not Brian and Andrew, but our other cousins. And they had the best grinders and pizza. And I thought that they didn't exist anymore, but apparently they only exist in Michigan now. So hopefully we can go there for post-psych meal. Oh, Johan says that neon in fall when the colors pop. That's a really good idea.
Good idea.
And yes, I'm just streaming from my phone. For some reason, I have signal. So
I don't.
we're bored, so we're like, why not do it? Oh, fasting over the New Year. That might not be. It's been snowing. So, Kindle Paperwhite kind of limited its uses, but the other problem is, like, if I'm gonna be, we'll try to make it slightly longer by taking some of the other paths, but it's pretty short even by our standards. But it is a very interesting location and should miss it, especially once we film outside, posting our champagne. Oh, manga on the Paperwhite. I mean, the last was like in 2000. I was reading the second arc of Naruto and renting it. They didn't have volumes, so once I ran out of volumes, I just stopped reading. David asked if you're ready for class to start, Thomas.
I'm not. Well, I am. I don't know. I kind of gave up towards the end of the first semester. Just so much work, and we were going so deep on things I didn't really care about that much. But now we're starting to go a little bit more into our respective field marketing classes. So I'm excited for that. Also looking to get my own place. So I'm hoping that I can get my own apartment a little closer to campus and start having that independence again, even if that means I'm going to be losing some money. Don't I look like... Shame. 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 Shame.
Oh, James, that's a great... Do you have any questions? I actually do have a question. What is your New Year's resolution? And do you normally make New Year's resolutions, and do you follow through with them? Do you have any?
Me?
Yeah.
A few, but nothing.
Yeah, mine isn't really solidified either. Sarah Scold asks, what are you studying?
Oh, me, my master's in business administration. So I'm getting an MBA, but I'm really focusing on marketing. I'm actually going to be in San Antonio for the summer. I've locked that down. So, or in the Texas area, you know, some good hiking spots here in San Antonio, let me know.
Rocking a Kobo for my ebook and manga needs. It's waterproof. So reading in the tub is now not a horror. Laughing because 18, which that's really quick. Like you achieved it before the year even started. That's really impressive. Christopher Williams says to go running and hiking. Any specific distances? To hike and camp more than 18. Oh, it's 2018 now. I'm okay. So. Yeah.
Dingus.
Yeah, I'm a dingus. Sorry. My resolution is second.
How come you didn't realize it was 2018?
I just got confused. I was just brain fart, whatever.
Are you guys still live streaming?
Yeah.
We've been live streaming now for about 40 minutes.
Do you have a battery?
I've got an external.
Is your Mac? Your phone is a Mac too.
I know. We got plenty of milliamps. Favorite spot you've been this year?
There's so many. The whole road trip.
Angel's Landing.
I love the road trip, and it's so hard for me to separate all of them. The whole process of driving across the country.
That was a great trip. We gotta do another road trip, man.
I got another one planned.
Okay. And so I don't know if we've talked about that. I mean, maybe you've talked about it somewhere like on a Patreon stream or something. But you did an entire road trip across the U.S. because you continued on east all the way up to Mount Katahdin, right?
Yeah, I went from the bottom left corner of the U.S. up to the top right corner of the U.S. I was pretty happy with it.
How was the Ohio East?
I like
By
the
yourself?
New England.
Yeah, just I mean,
It was
how was
pretty
that trip?
fun. I liked it. I'd never been to New Hampshire or Vermont or Maine before, and I really fell in love with Maine. I would totally go back to Maine if I could.
Yeah, I've never been to any of those places either.
We're going to try and go to New Hampshire this year, or next year.
For Adventure Archives?
I got a spot.
I don't normally make resolutions, but this year my goal is to take yoga and Zumba classes.
Hey!
Increase fitness. Run a mile or two. Mine's definitely to go camping more instead of just day trips. Looking to lose weight. So for me, I always seem to make resolutions just because I think they're fun, but I usually don't have like any specific desire to actually follow through with them, or I don't make them concrete enough to know if I've actually achieved that resolution. And like for the past 3 years, my resolution was to go to bed earlier, and I didn't really fulfill that, but I did start sleep, so I don't use an alarm clock at all anymore. So in a sense, I still achieved my goal, just not in the way that I initially thought I would.
You got more sleep.
Yeah, I got more sleep. That was the point, right? Canada road trip next year. That sounds cool to me. What is that light behind your head?
What's what? Behind my head?
Is there a light behind your head?
No, I just think it's the reflection of that light.
Oh, weird.
It's-
Oh,
it's
it's
a
the
circle.
lights moving. Okay. All right. Okay.
I'm down for a Canada road trip.
Yeah, Canada road trip sounds great. I'm actually gonna say that we should end the stream soon because my arm's getting really sore.
Okay.
So, if you guys got any final questions, or if we have any final thoughts?
Any
Oh, my shoulder.
end of the year ask me anythings.
I kind of have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, I'm trying not to think about that.
Dude, there's such great advice when we were on Mount Whitney.
Oh yeah, you said carry an empty water bottle.
Yeah, he said carry an empty Gatorade bottle specifically.
Yeah, that's
Because they
right.
have like the really wide mouth, so it's easier. And like you could get like the really big ones, so you don't have to worry about it overflowing. I've been meaning to get a Gatorade bottle for that for so long, and I just keep.
Who asks? I saw my name.
Yeah, Too Tall Greg says, do you have any New Year's resolutions? Or in Michigan, Eric?
Yeah. I don't know. I'll think about it a little bit more.
And then Serena says that hers is also sleep rated. Go to sleep at a set time more deliberately rather than waiting till she's tired.
I'd say mine might be try and work to be a little bit more responsive. You know, be the person that I'm trying to be.
Christopher Williams says, be a star and hold the camera.
No.
Oh, my shoulder. I didn't realize how long I'd been holding it. 40 minutes now.
I don't want to hold this anymore.
Okay. let's
Yeah.
just close the stream out.
Is that? Can you tuck things in up there?
Oh, okay.
Hold on. Trapped in Brian's secret. There we go. Let's see. Are you guys going to live stream later? Maybe. I'm thinking Lake Superior. No, it's not Lake Superior. David is thinking about going back for my MBA. Recommend it or not? Yeah, I know. I would talk to me later about that. I got this big shadow right in my face. There we go. Talk to me later about that. I think in some cases it's a smart thing to do. In other cases, it's not necessarily the right thing to do.
What do you do if you have to fart in the tent?
You just do.
Yeah, I was about to say. I was
Doesn't
like,
stop us.
You don't hold that back. We've known each other all for far too long.
I do have a story about sharing a tent with someone in the cold, though, which isn't Andrew. So, my friends and I, my California friends and I, we went to Death Valley to see the stars. And I don't know what we were thinking. It got super cold. But I brought my sleeping bag, and I knew it was going to be cold and everything, so I was prepared. But my friends were not prepared. They just brought pill blankets
Okay.
in their tent, which was a mistake.
Like just regular blankets.
Yeah, just
regular pillows.
just regular blankets and regular pillows. And like I woke up at like 3 in the morning, and I heard them crying because of how cold they were.
Crying, literally
Like
crying.
it was cold, you know. It got probably into the low 30s.
Uh-huh.
I mean, they just were just not prepared. They were trying to like get in the car and everything, and I think they didn't want to make a big deal out of it, and they started just crying over on inside their tent. So I go over and I get.
What type of crying are we talking about? Are we talking crying where it's actually like real crying, or is it just like joking crying?
It's like I'm so cold.
Complaining more.
Yeah, well, complaining, but like just
With a hint of real crying.
yeah, you know, just kind of like I can't believe I'm in this situation type crying. So I go over there and I give him my sleeping bag, and I'm sharing this tent with my other friend, and she has a sleeping bag, but she also brought a a blanket for herself.
Okay.
God bless her. She knew I was shivering my butt off because I gave the other couple.
Wait, so what were you wearing? Just your...
I was wearing everything I could.
Okay.
And I'm sitting right next to this, sitting right next to my friend, this girl, and like she's like all decked out. She's got her sleeping bag.
Like what we're got right
Yeah,
now.
well, yeah, but with like a layer of a blanket over her.
Okay.
She hears me shivering, and then she like scoots up closer to me and then throws the blanket over me. I'm like, thank God. So I was cold. They were cold, but at least they were surviving.
Right.
Because I was worried that they're crying. It's so cold. Woke up. We just got in the car the next day, turned on the heater, and drove out of Death Valley. But the moral of that story is.
Wait, you were there on the Hocking Hills one where we all got in the Suburban, right?
Yeah. This is that was bad too. But I've told that story to death where Andrew and I had to spoon. So anyway, thank God for her. She read the room. She knew I was cold, and she took a sacrifice to make me less cold because
a little bit so that everybody was less miserable.
Let's see what else we got. Goal in 2019. This is Lanny Moon. Goal in 2019 is to cross some more books off my list, especially some of the more arcane stuff like Marcus Aurelius Meditations.
Oh.
Alexandra said, I meant for Milal. You guys would be frozen way up here.
Oh, okay. I assumed that was a Canada road trip.
I'm guessing so too. Christopher Williams says, hi Thomas. Hi Chris. How's it going? Christopher Williams.
What?
Oh, okay. I'm trying to think.
Have you guys ever been to Mackinac Island?
I've been to Mackinac Island.
I don't remember if I've been to Mackinac Island, but Brian and Andrew have definitely been there.
Yeah.
There was a point where me and all the cousins, we went on a Michigan trip together, and at some point, for some reason, we split up, and I was with the group that went to some random beach, and my brother was with the group that went to Mackinac Island with Brian and Andrew.
It's a cool island.
I've heard that it's quite cool. I don't think I've actually been there. Been to Manitou Island.
Yeah, you
Manitou
have.
Island is ballin'. Love that place. We should go back there again. We should go to South Manitou Island and North Manitou Island. We should go to both.
We should go everywhere all the time.
We actually should. We should just go to more places. Why not?
Good for the girl for sharing the blanket with you. That's a good friend, Thomas. Beautiful places. James Blackburn. All right, well, anything else we want to do? What can we ask you guys?
I hope you guys have, I sincerely hope you guys have a good New Year. I know New Year is like, a lot of people like to poo-poo New Year's resolutions and New Year's, and they're like, oh yeah, if you want to change yourself, just start anytime. Like, well, yes, but it's also a really nice round time to do it, and like everybody's doing it at the same time, so you got like some nice motivation with other people. So I also hope that if you want to change in your life or ways that you want to better yourself, you have good luck with that. I am deciding on anything specific, but I'm looking forward to using this new year to catapult myself to more interesting horizons and be a better person, etc.
Well spoken, Robby. All right. Well, everyone, we'll see you either in the last remaining days of 2018 or in the early hours of 2019. To that, I say, may old acquaintance
Okay, see you guys.
Zip.
We might be back with Adventure. Thank you for joining.
What are you moaning about over there?
Okay, see you guys. Thank you.